So, Dejounte, when you committed to the University of Washington and you got to campus, was this a realistic thing for you to be sitting here today?
Absolutely it was, but I didn't know if it was going to be 1 year, 2 years, 3 or 4. I was just trusting the process, and I was just trying to focus on college, because I was homeschooled in high school. So, just being in a classroom with, students again, hundreds of students, and, just trying to get a feel for the college level of basketball side. So, I was just trying to enjoy it as much as I can, as you've seen, one and done. So, it absolutely was, a learning process for me, and I had fun. And I didn't know if it was 1 year, but it ended up being it. So now, I'm just living my dream.
What do you hear about what your draft range might be, where you might end up getting picked?
Man, I don't know. I let my agent do all that stuff, and my job is to keep working hard and just work. And tomorrow's June 23rd. You never know what could happen. A team could say they're going to pick you or they're going to do this or that. But, mock drafts don't mean nothing because they ain't the GM. The GM and the owners and the organization got to make that decision who they're going to pick tomorrow. So, I'm just, enjoying the moment. And when my name's called, I'll be thankful and blessed.
What is your relationship with Jamal Crawford? What has he meant to you?
He's a good dude, dude I looked up to growing up. And, he helped me get to where I'm at today. So, he's a real good dude.
Is he mentor, big brother? Is it?
Yeah, he's like a big brother. Yeah.
For teams considering drafting you, what would be your message to them?
Just a respectful dude, inspiring dude, coachable, a dude that works hard, got a crazy work ethic, and somebody that's gonna be able to learn and go out and do whatever it is, whether it is learning from them to do stuff off the court and on the court, and just a great locker room dude to my teammates.
And how have you refined your game over the past few weeks?
Just getting better. That's what it is. You got to get better, and just working hard. That's all I've been doing is working hard for the past 3 months since this process started.
How different the game you played at Washington in that system do you think will be compared to the game you have to play in the NBA?
Washington's up-tempo. It's kind of like how the NBA is. You go up and down. It's wider, it's bigger. And, just at Washington, there was a lot of up-tempo until, we got into conference play. And, teams scout you when you play them the second time. So I had to learn how to play, as a point guard, as a player, period, and half-court offense. I did it in, AAU, but AAU is just, you go out and play. And high school ball is when I really start, learning offenses and stuff. And, I'm a dude that learns fast. So once you tell me it once, it's right there. I know what to do. So in college, I learned that it actually helped me, because it's the next level from high school. And then, the next best level besides the NBA. And, the NBA is just up-tempo. Dudes going up and down. It's physical. So I think, going to Washington or college period helped me out.
What did you notice the second time through the conference of how teams guarded you differently or did things to you differently?
I mean, they guard me the same way. I shot almost, 29% from three. They still guard me the same way because I'm able to make the shot. It's just, I was shooting the wrong shot. Now this whole process is focused on, shooting the same shot, getting a wide base, They didn't sag off of me. So.
You mentioned that in Utah, that you're trying to learn how to make sure you took the same shot every time. What's that process been?
It's been real good, and I see the improvement. And teams that I worked out for see the improvement. And most importantly, I just got to keep working at it. Can't get comfortable. If it gets good, great, whatever. I just got to keep working at it.
I remember when I was watching you in Utah, the shorter shots you're able to do it, and then the longer you start kicking a little bit. What is that the process, and how do you get to be able to kind of keep that solid base in each and every shot?
You just got to be comfortable. I feel like if you're comfortable and you just shoot the same shot every time, you'll be fine. And I'm comfortable. And, now I'm just got to keep working, and we're going to go from there.
What gym in Seattle and Rainier did you play in? Like what?
What, high school?
No, No, I know you went to Rainier Beach.
Mm-hmm.
What did you play? What community center?
Tukwila Community Center
okay.
in South Shore. South Shore is the most known one. That's where all the players play. Dudes that didn't make it to the NBA, dudes that didn't get to go to college, but all the best dudes all play at South Shore Community Center.
When was the first time you marked up against an NBA guy there?
I didn't mark up against an NBA dude there. My first time playing this NBA dude was I think freshman year it was Jamal, and he brought some pros, so it was freshman year.
Thanks, Dejounte. Best of luck,
Yeah,
man.
thank you.
Dejounte, what has it been like the last few weeks and months being able to, be in Cleveland, experience the playoffs, be around LeBron James, and working out with Ben Simmons? What has that been like for you?
I mean, me just going through this process, growing up, I didn't think it was possible for, me to get to where I'm at today. So, I really thank my support system. They helped me get to where I'm at. Just when the process started, I knew it's a job now and everybody's working, and I can't take days off. And what I mean by that is going to a workout and just lollygagging. I got to get full effort every time. So when I got to Cleveland, my agency told me, they're going to do their job. They ain't going to promise me, anything. They can't promise I'll go 1 or 60, but they could promise me that they'll put me in a great position, if I do my side, and my side is to work hard. So when I got there, it's a laid-back city. It's not a city like L.A. or Vegas, where it's in the limelight and you can do this and do that. So that was really important for me to go out there and sign with the agency, because, it's low-key. So all I could focus on is playing basketball and learning basketball. And, having LeBron as a mentor was even, a bonus.
What teams did you work out for during the process?
I worked out for, Toronto, Memphis, Atlanta, Utah, Phoenix, Denver, Chicago, the Bucks, and the Pelicans.
The Pelicans, I guess. So you basically 6 to 21. That's a pretty wide range. And anybody in particular you think that will be leaning your way right now?
Like I said, you never know. Whatever a team needs, I'm just blessed to be in this position. So June 23rd, which is tomorrow, you're gonna see who picks who, and I'll be thankful when my name get called.
Great stuff, man. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.